24 people, including 2 police officers, have been killed in the clashes in Mathura on Thursday. Around a dozen other people have also been injured in the clashes. Uttar Pradesh Police Chief Javed Ahmed has told India Today that while they knew that the protesters could be armed, they were caught unawares about the degree of preparedness. A huge cache of arms and ammunition have been recovered by the police from Jawahar Bagh. According to reports, grenades and crude bombs were also fired at the police personnel. Home Minister Rajnath Singh spoke to Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Akhilesh Yadav and assured him of full support. BJP Chief Amit Shah has also sought a report on the issue. After the Mathura MP Hema Malini tweeted pictures of a shooting in Madh Islands, it has emerged that the BJP is unhappy with those tweets. Hema subsequently removed her tweets and put up a tweet about the Mathura clashes that killed 24 people. A sting operation by India Today showed crores of rupees being offered to independent lawmakers in Karnataka to vote for Congress or the JDS nominees in the 11th of June Rajya Sabha elections for 4 seats. The legislators, mostly from smaller parties, were seen talking about exchange of money in lieu of the support in the upcoming Rajya Sabha elections. The sting concerned 2 legislators from Janata Dal Secular, 1 from the Karnataka Janata Paksh and an independent. After India Today's sting showed Karnataka MLAs seeking bribes ahead of Rajya Sabha poll, sources in Election Commission have told India Today that the poll watchdog is analysing the issue thoroughly. A report will be asked from the State Chief Election Authority. The Aam Aadmi Party has waded into the Rajya Sabha seat sale controversy. The party's Karnataka unit will file a petition in Karnataka High Court and approach Election Commission seeking action against MLAs exposed by India Today. While his MLAs are in the dock, JDS Chief H.D. Devegowda has brazenly defended his lawmakers, saying that one cannot indulge in politics without money. Speaking exclusively to India Today, he dismissed all allegations of Rajya Sabha seat sale. Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis was summoned to Delhi over the Eknath Khadse illegal land acquisition row. Fadnavis landed in Delhi and immediately rushed to the BJP office to meet party President Amit Shah, who kept 2 options before the CM. Devendra Fadnavis also met Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the capital after he gave a report to BJP Chief Amit Shah on Eknath Khadse, who was the most senior minister in his government and now mired in twin scandals over an illicit land deal and his cell phone allegedly appearing in the call records of most wanted gangster Dawood Ibrahim. According to sources, Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis briefed Prime Minister Modi about Khadse's alleged conflict of interest in the Pune land deal. Kangra district authorities have requisitioned the services of a helicopter to airlift 9 trekkers who are from Delhi's income tax department as they are stuck in Bada Bhangal, a remote landlocked valley hit by rains. Lenders of the defunct Kingfisher Airlines have begun the process of valuation of the Kingfisher Villa in Goa, of which they had taken the physical possession last month. After a long legal battle, the process of arriving at a commercial value for the villa is likely to be completed in a few days. A special CBI court in Ranchi has ordered RJD Chief Lalu Prasad to be present in court on the 13th of June. 47 other accused have also been summoned in the forest scam case. Jat community leaders have assured Haryana government that they will maintain peace during the proposed pro-quota protests from 5th of June. Government is up to security ahead of the planned stir. A group of men armed with sharp weapons entered a house in Pali, Rajasthan, injuring 3 people and burning 2 bikes. The quarrel arose out of an argument and the entire ruckus was caught on camera. In Gujarat, Surat, a kid was thrashed black and blue by a policeman. The shocking episode was captured on mobile and has gone viral. The Railway Police Force inspector thrashed the boy even as cops refused to listen to his cries. It's a murder most foul, a daughter killed by her own mother, and there's a gruesome twist to the case. Both mother and daughter were in love with the same man and the daughter's murder was executed by the 2 lovers. A man was beaten up, tied to the bonnet of a police jeep and paraded before the people for attacking an inspector during mob violence in Mahidpur town of Ujjain district. 2 police constables and a sub-inspector were suspended for the inhuman act. Milk is all set to get costlier. Dairy major Amul has increased the price by 2 rupees per litre across the board. Prices will be raised in other parts of the country soon. Other milk brands are also likely to follow suit. The main bridge across the river in Poonch, Jammu and Kashmir is all set to be thrown open to public on Sunday. The crucial bridge had been damaged in floods 2 years ago. India and Tunisia have decided to enhance cooperation in combating terrorism, with Vice President Hamid Ansari saying that successfully dealing with such threats requires strong collaboration amongst like-minded partners. Number of pilgrims in Kedarnath is touching a record high this year. 3 years after the Himalayan has been thrown open for pilgrims, the numbers have proved all pundits wrong. At least 6 people were killed in an accident on the very busy GT road in Delhi. 2 others were injured when a Ford EcoSport slammed into a stationary truck at a very high speed on the highway. An Ola cab driver has been arrested for molesting a judge. Driver Sandeep was arrested from Gurgaon following the complaint from the additional city judge who accused the driver of throwing her bag out and making sexual remarks against her. Police has arrested 6 persons, including 2 women involved in a kidney racket in the national capital. The arrests were made from a prominent private hospital in southeast Delhi last night. A case has been registered at Sarita Vihar police station and the accused are being interrogated. In a sensational case, a 32-year-old was shot dead just meters away from a police station in the Jayapur area of the capital. According to reports, the victim, identified as Dilip, went out with some people who had visited his house. In city's Pandav Nagar locality, a game of cricket led to the death of a youth. The killing took place after a fraud during the game. The slayin's family has blamed the cops for going soft against culprits. A massive fire broke out in the Metro House building on the Kolaba Causeway. No casualties or injuries were reported. Dark smoke billowed out of the top floors of Metro House after the fire broke out. About 8 fire engines were rushed to the fire spot to tackle the situation. 2 people trapped on the floor were rescued by firefighters. The presence of 2 restaurants could have posed a major risk, but the flames were doused quickly. The CBI continues to question Hindu Jan Jagruti Samiti member Virendra Singh Tavade, whose residence in Panvel was searched by the agency in connection with the murder case of rationalist Narendra Dabolkar. The agency had recovered incriminating material during its earlier searches. Breaking religious barriers, a Hindu and a Muslim family became a party to the first ever kidney swap transplant in Nagpur. Since the blood group of donors in both families did not match with the recipients, the families agreed to swap kidneys on suggestion of the treating doctors. Noted actor Tom Alter has resigned from his post as head of the acting department in the Film and Television Institute of India. Alter emailed his resignation, citing preoccupation with other commitments that prevented him from devoting time. On Telangana's second formation day, Chief Minister Chandrasekhar Rao hoisted India's biggest tricolour in Hyderabad. The flag stands tall at 88 metres on the banks of Hussain Sagar Lake in Sanjeevaya Park. All 6 candidates for 4 seats in Andhra Pradesh and 2 seats in Telangana who filed their nomination papers for Rajya Sabha are all set to get elected unopposed. After intense heat, Hyderabad and adjoining areas of Telangana have been receiving light rain and thunder showers since few days. The Met says that rain is likely to occur over Hyderabad during the next 2 days. High Court has directed the Osmania University authorities not to allow any political meeting on the premises. The court issued the directions while responding to a law student petition against holding of unemployed students meeting. High alert has been sounded in Visakhapatnam after a tip-off about a possible attack by a Pakistan-based terror group. Visakhapatnam is the second largest port in India, which acts as the headquarters of the Eastern Naval Command. Ahead of the mass leave stir by the cops, the government has arrested the president of the police constabulary. The president was leading the fight against the poor working condition. Cops have threatened to go on mass leave on 4th June. Despite several warnings, employees registered their protest by striking work in the seat of power in the city. More than 80% of the employees struck work. The only ones to turn up were temporary employees on contract. A man was caught while he was making a lewd video of his landlord's daughter. The tenant drilled a hole in the floor and planted a camera to record the video. The man was caught as the girl grew suspicious and alerted her parents. Helplines were flooded with calls from Belandu residents where almost 5 feet of water had entered the building premises as rains lashed this area of Bengaluru. Met says 116 mm rainfall was recorded. India has been named amongst the top 5 global locations for innovation centres, with Bengaluru emerging as the most favoured destination within the country, having 4 such facilities. The innovation centres have doubled since June of last year. DMK Supremo M. Karnanidhi turned 92 today. The party patriarch was wished by hundreds of his well-wishers outside his residence this morning. The election of new Speaker and Deputy Speaker will take place today in Chennai. Former Assembly Speaker P. Dhanapal and Deputy Speaker Pollatti Jayaraman have filed papers and were all set to be re-elected unopposed. Families of Tamil Nadu fishermen who were arrested by the Iran Coast Guards have met Fishery Minister Jayabal and submitted a petition to expedite the release of the imprisoned fishermen. Government has ordered supply of rice free of cost to mosques across the state for preparation of porridge during the holy month of Ramzan beginning next week. Srimara Krishnan has been elected as Kerala Assembly Speaker. He was pitted against VP Sajindran of the Congress. As expected, the election was a cakewalk for Srila Ramakrishnan, with the left enjoying a clear majority in the House. Kerala top cop TP Senkumar has approached the Central Administrative Tribunal challenging the LDF government's decision to remove him from the DGP post. In a top-level reshuffle, Senkumar had been replaced with Loknath Behera. A bank employee in Kerala's Kannur district was shot dead in her head in an accidental fire while she was at work. Reports say the woman received a gunshot wound when the rifle of a guard went off. A bishop in Pala has set a new example in organ donation by donating his kidney to a 30-year-old Hindu man. The priest says religion is not a barrier for good deeds. Kerala Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan has announced a 5-year plan for football in the state. The plan aims to create 100 footballers of international standard. This includes setting up of a residential academy to groom local talent. Now, a court in Birbhum in West Bengal sentenced a research scholar to life imprisonment for raping 2 girls at the Vishwabharati University. After the girl filed a complaint, another survivor had also surfaced claiming rape. A group of women passengers were allegedly physically harassed while they were on board the Teesta Torsa Express. The women say some passengers tried to occupy the reserved seats, but they resisted and the men left only to return and harass them further. The family members of a minor girl who resisted the advances of groups of boys were thrashed over her refusal to talk to the boys. The boys barged into the girl's house in Malda and went on a rampage. Panic erupted in the Salt Lake as cracks were noticed in the Chingrihata flyover. The vital structure developed these cracks years ago. However, recently the condition worsened. Tainted Trinamool leader Madan Mitra fainted while interacting with media persons in a hospital where he had come for a checkup. After a few minutes, he gained back his senses. This was his first interaction since he lost the recent assembly polls. Cops have identified a graduate engineering student, Mainak Sarkar, as the man who killed a University of California professor in a murder suicide that prompted a 2-hour lockdown of the sprawling urban campus in the US. Cops say Sarkar, who is accused of slaying a University of California professor in a murder suicide, had written a kill list that included his ex-wife, who was also found dead in Minnesota, and 2 professors. Iraqi forces advanced into the northwestern outskirts of the Islamic State-held city of Fallujah. The fight for the city is on since past many days, and ISIS fighters have suffered some major setbacks. The world's most visited museum, the Louvre in Paris, is to close amidst worsening flooding caused by days of torrential rain. The move will allow staff to move works at risk of damage to higher parts of the gallery. Heavy rains across Europe have left at least 10 people dead, most of them in Germany. More downpours are forecast right through the weekend across a band of Central Europe from France to Ukraine, with as much as 50 mm of rain falling in some parts in just a few hours. Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan says a resolution by German lawmakers declaring the 1915 massacre of Armenians by Ottoman forces a genocide would seriously impact relations between the two countries. Police evacuated a British Airways airplane at Newark Liberty International Airport after receiving an unspecified bomb threat warning. All 206 passengers and 13 crew members deplaned while bomb-sniffing dogs and police inspected their luggage. Thai authorities have charged 3 Buddhist monks attempting to smuggle tiger skins and charms made from tiger parts out of a temple, which monks said was a tiger sanctuary, but critics said was a money-spinning tourist trap. A Cambodian opposition leader has been holed up in his party's headquarters for 7 days to avoid arrest on corruption charges. The leader says the charges are trumped up as Prime Minister Hun Sen looks to neutralize his opponents. Boxing great Muhammad Ali is in hospital with a respiratory issue. A brief hospital stay was expected. Ali, the former heavyweight world champion, has been suffering from Parkinson's disease for more than 3 decades. Chilean archaeologists have announced the discovery of 3 mummies, including 2 children, dating back over 900 years in the northern Copapio area. The discovery was made by 2 field workers. A giant panda in a Belgian zoo gave birth to a cub. The 7-year-old giant panda, Hau Hau, gave birth to a 171-gram male cub at the Pairi Daiza Wildlife Park outside Brussels. The zoo staff said that the newborn is in good health. In an effort to warn visitors against touching the exhibits, the National Watch and Clock Museum in Pennsylvania posted a video of a man and a woman breaking a rare clock on its YouTube page. Police dispatcher outside Boston got an unexpected call last weekend when a 6-year-old boy dialed 911 to alert them that his father had run a red light on the way to the car wash. A team of French scientists have joined Egypt's Scan the Pyramids project, which was launched last year in an attempt to make new discoveries in ancient structures. The French team have come on board with a telescope which emits rays that are non-destructive and that can map out cavities and chambers. A report says that India has surpassed the US as the world's second largest internet market, and internet user growth remains consistent, led by acceleration in India. Aiming to put an end to the fraudulence on the matrimonial sites, government has approved an advisory on functioning of such websites and also made identity proof mandatory to create accounts. Social media giant Facebook has announced the development of a new artificial intelligence system called Deep Text that can analyze what people are writing about in posts with near-human accuracy across 20 languages. HP has unveiled a new line of thin and light notebooks that will herald office of the future by fulfilling business and personal requirements of the Indian customers. And a Saudi Arabian scholar has issued a fatwa against using another person's Wi-Fi without permission, in line with the Islamic ruling that theft is forbidden.